Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey Elizabeth, it's Rick. Sorry I might be 20 minutes late to your house, and don't get me wrong, I really want to meet your parents and all. And it's just, let me explain myself. As much as I love you and love Melbourne's metro system, sometimes, the announcements on a train, they don't really match up with the actual stops. This morning's train was no exception, and so this morning I got off 2 stops earlier because I placed too much faith in the announcements, and this is a mistake I could have avoided had I just looked out at a window for a second. Even though this faulty system tacked on an extra 20 minutes onto my trip, I think it's actually the perfect metaphor for critical thinking. It's going to be really helpful for this piece that I'm working on, so please allow me to ramble for a little longer. Critical thinking is kind of like us or passengers who placed too much faith in the announcements without bothering with what's happening outside of the window. And yesterday I had a conversation with a 17-year-old kid, and he said to me that social media paints reality as a wasteland. And all it took was a step out of his front door to realize that the world, it's got a lot of problems that we need to solve. But it might not be as bad as media painted it to be. Now, I think we're taking for granted that our relationship with reality is filtered mainly through an exchange of symbols and spectacles. And it's all full of images, full of trickeries, and at times these symbols, they like to go rogue and pretend to be reality. And if our minds are ill-equipped to tell bullshit from good information, we'll be at risk of being that guy who everyone avoids at a party, which I don't want to do today. So ideally, I think learning, kind of like listening to the announcement system, should be combined with paying attention to the world, like looking out at a carriage window if we want to develop critical thinking. Too much information will detach us from the world and turn us into armchair ideologues, and the only way to escape this fate is to take the first step out of your front door, or out of my front door in that case, and observe the world for a bit without bias. Just want you to know that I'll be there in 20 minutes, and make sure you explain the situation, and I can't wait to see you. And it's Rick here, tapping out.